With your new Windows 10 machine, there are a few options that are available to you when installing applications. Now, there are a lot of applications that still require your ITS person at the campus to install because it requires administrative password to install those. But there's a host of other applications that are available that don't require anyone to install them other than yourself. Now, of course, there's all the web applications from Google and Microsoft, but there's also applications that you can download and install on your machine without requiring an administrator to come in and install them for you. And those are available through the Windows App Store. Now, you might see this icon down here in your taskbar. It's a shopping bag from Windows. Now, if you don't see that there, you can come over here and you can search for Windows Store, and you'll see the icon appear here, and you can right click on this and you can pin it to the taskbar, and you can also pin it to the start menu, and you can have it available there. Both mine is pinned to both here, and I have access to it in both my tablet mode and in my desktop mode. And when you do that, you'll come and you'll click on the Microsoft Web Store, and there's a lot of applications here that you can install. Now, some of them are paid. You have to purchase those yourself, and you can do that. And there's some of them here that are free, like if you have iTunes Music and you want to have iTunes installed on the machine, you can go ahead and do that here. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and install iTunes in this tutorial. So I want to have iTunes installed on this machine. So I'll go ahead and tap on the iTunes app, and I'll see that the iTunes app has a description down here, and there's a button here that reads Get. So I'll click Get, and that's all I need to do. What Microsoft will then do is it will fetch the application from the store, and it will begin to download it and install it. You'll see here that it reads downloading iTunes, and then it will begin the process of installing it. You'll notice that not once did I get asked to enter an administrator username and password. And that's not because I have administrative access to my machine, but that's because this application has already been vetted through Microsoft, and it has been found to be safe and secure to install on your machine, and it's not going to cause any conflict or bring along any viruses or anything that could damage your computer. So that's why it doesn't require an administrator password to install. So it'll go through this process and it'll install the application on my machine, and then it'll get then I can go ahead and start using iTunes on my computer. I can come back and select other applications while that's going on. I can come here and I can select anything else. Now, I will recommend this, that if you do want to purchase applications here, that you'll need to set up an account of your own to do that. And I recommend that you set up a personal account to purchase applications, not a district account. And what I mean by that is, don't select the district email address as part of the account. Set up a personal email address for the account. So if I want to purchase an application here, for example, if I want to purchase World 3D Atlas, I'll click on this here, and when it loads, I'll have the option here to buy the application, and it's going to ask me to create an account if I don't already have one. Now, I already have an account created here, but what I would ask me to do is to either enter an account or go ahead and set up an account here to purchase applications. So I recommend that you do that. Let's go ahead and set up an account with your own personal email address here, and set up with your own personal credit card so that you can purchase the apps. Now, the reason I say that is because if you decide to leave the district at one time, or you decide to retire and you still want to be able to use those apps, you don't want those apps to be tied to the district email. And there's a couple of reasons you don't want that. Number one is the email account may not work afterwards when you retire, and it definitely is not going to work after you retire or you leave the district. And if you ever need to recover a password, the password recovery link is going to be sent to your district email. And if you're no longer a district employee, that account will be closed, and you will have no way of retrieving that link or resetting your password. So I recommend that you do that in case you do want to purchase some of these apps. So you heard a ding in the background. That means that the iTunes application is installed. So I'll close the Windows Store. I'll go over to the apps launcher, and I'll go through here, and I will see that here we are. I have iTunes installed, and I go ahead and start iTunes and start listening to my music and download the media that I have purchased through iTunes.